Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to start this week with a bit of controversial discussion, which is about probiotics. So we have seen, a lot of wave of probiotic supplements, over-the-counter probiotics, which are freely available, and these are being, positioned as a replacement for our dietary choices, right? And we're actually just replacing our natural food with these pills, right? So let us deep dive into science behind probiotics. So the question is you know is probiotic engineered to survive, right? Will it confer the benefit it claims, right? So essentially, we know probiotics is science and its benefit extend beyond gut. So really, let us understand the benefit of probiotics as an supplement category, right? So we know it reaches the gut, so it impacts our digestive health, right? It promotes our digestive efficiency by overcoming symptoms like bloating, constipation, abdominal pain, right? It further promotes if you're really constipated, right? It can help in healthy stool hydration and ease of evacuation of the stool, right? It can optimize the gut transit time. So sometimes you feel too much bloated, constipated. Sometimes you have diarrhea, right? There are multiple reasons to it, right? So such probiotics actually can help you in a lot of digestive issues. But again, you need to understand what specific probiotic in what quantity. That is what I'll discuss in the following slides, right? So intestinal barrier integrity. So we know that leaky gut and or what we call intestinal permeability is the root cause of various autoimmune disorders, right? Even situation, it also creates a situation of cancer. So certain probiotics help maintain gut barrier function, right? It was the chance of leaky gut, you know, by suppressing the production of lipopolysaccharides, which is one of the harmful endotoxins, right? It promotes the tight junction, so it doesn't allow certain bacteria, the food particles to move out of the gut to different parts and tissues in the body and to the inflammation there, right? So it has a role to play in regulating our gut barrier functions, right? Again, it promotes immune functions. So we know that 70% immune cells are on gut lining, and there's a constant communication between the gut microbiome and our immune cells. So certain probiotics do promote the crosstalk between the gut cells and the immune cells, right? So to regulate the immune response, right? So the chemicals, so it also facilitates the response of immune cells or action of immune cells, when the chemical signals or the chemical reactions are performed by the gut microbiome, right? Coming from a metabolic health also, right? It supports the production of short chain fatty acids, again, which is plays a key role in satiety and blood sugar levels, right? Regulating blood sugar levels, right? Promotes heart health, right? So certain probiotics do support, cholesterol and bile acid metabolism, promote the production of metabolites such as nitric oxide that can support heart health, right? Suppresses, the production of, phenylestyrglutamine, PAG or DMO, which are said to be relevant biomarker for treating cardiovascular diseases, right? Uh, yeah, we do promote nutrient absorption. So again, B vitamins, folate, B9, vitamin B12, zinc, magnesium, iron. A lot of these minerals and vitamins are synthesized by our microbiome, and sometimes if our microbiome not performing optimal functions, so probably if there's a lot of we need to uh, increase the presence of certain bacteria, certain species, then probably these probiotics may help, right? So, but the question arises, the probiotic which you are using, which you are buying from market, which are over the counter, which are not, made for your biology, right? So if you go and buy a probiotic, you will have, certain species with a standard quantity or standard, cell count of each species, right? And there is no uh, basic fundamental scientific evidence to say that these are going to work for everyone, right? So the question you should ask, right, when it comes to taking certain probiotics, how these strains has been selected, uh, so every individual's have a unique biology. Their biochemistry is really, really different, right? And a strain which may work for you may not work for your spouse or your friend. For instance, you can have bloating because of methane gas production, or you can have because of good strain, right? Or even due to histamine overproduction, right? So for you, it may, you may require bacillus coagulans. For someone, may require, lactobacillus casei, right? Uh, People who have histamine, probably who are having bloating due to histamine, for them, uh, probiotics is a poison. So probiotic are histamine liberators. If you have an histamine overproduction, histamine intolerance, probiotic can help you land up in hospital. So probably you should understand why you have bloating. Is it methane, ammonia, peptide, histamine, estrogen imbalance, so you need to understand the functional activity of the genes expression of various specific bacteria. So these are the questions you should ask any service provider who is, giving your probiotics, or claiming, we have, these strains of providing this quantity, right? So again, uh how much quantity you need, 2 billion CFUs, 6 billion CFUs, 8 billion CFUs, 15 billion CFUs, 500 million CFUs, yeah. That all depends upon the functional activity of microbiome, the level of inflammation going on inside the body, right? So second question you should ask is, has the efficacy of probiotics has been tested? Has it gone through a rigorous testing method, which shows a better quality control, which has used a better quality control technology, shows the impact, right? Positive impact. And even if it has been done, what was the sample size? 5, 10, or 15 people doing a testing on 5, 10, or 15 people is not going to work. It is not a representative size, right? So again, what specific functions it will impact, right? Is it going to promote a specific activity, or it will repopulate your gut, right? So because same probiotic may have two different responses in two different individuals, right? So the OTC probiotic which are available in market, are standard one. So it may in fact backfire, right? So again, as I mentioned, how the quantity or cell count has been determined, right? How much you need it all depends on the functional activity of your microbiome, right? So if the particular, so I've seen a lot of these probiotics to have, you know, uh, digestive enzymes, right? They purposely increase digestive enzymes because they assume that your body is not digesting the food properly, and So the thing is, first thing you need to ask, do you really need a digestive enzyme? Which one do you need, right? How they have determined a particular digestive enzyme should be part of your probiotic supplement, right? Again, the million-dollar question: is it engineered to survive? Will it survive the long journey from the mouth to the gut, right? Right. So is providing powder or capsule form. So if it's in powder form, it's just a waste of time and money, because it is not going to cross the acidic nature of stomach, right? There's a huge stomach acid in the stomach, then bile acid, then digestive enzymes in your small intestine, even colonization resistance, which these strains would face in the gut, right? So essentially, powdered form is a completely waste of time, and it is not going to confer any benefits. Even capsule form, you really need to understand what encapsulation technique has been used, whether it will survive the long journey or not, right? Whether it is going to survive the shelf life also. If you're buying, probably, if you're buying an old stock, or it's been lying for quite some time, whether the probiotic will confer benefit or not, right? Whether it will be digested and reach to its intended place, which is the gut, right? What about the colonization resistance? Will it survive the stomach acid? Will it survive the small intestine? So these are the questions you should answer. So I'll also be sharing a research paper which clearly explains about the long journey of the probiotic, which it performs right from mouth to your gut, right? It passes through various hiccups, and right, and that's really, really important, that what kind of encapsulation technique is being used, whether it is going to protect the life strain inside the capsule or not, right? Again, I've seen a lot of probiotics I do contain artificial sweetness, so you should read description on the label, right, they would write this in a bottom at very bottom, and in a very small font, right? So artificial sweeteners such as aspartame, saccharins, we all know that there's a lot of discussion about these, you know, having impact on your metabolic issues, right? So do have sucralose, right? So let me talk about aspartame. So again, for the benefit of everyone, right? So when we are taking a lot of this artificial sweeteners, so our microbes in our mouth, we digest these and send the signals to your gut, to your other body parts that I have seen something sweet which is coming, and please start releasing insulin. So tell pancreas via gut microbiome that start raising insulin, and then probably pancreas start raising insulin. But when this the form of this artificial sweetener reaches your pancreas, there's no glucose to be metabolized. So your blood stream has a lot of this insulin, and over a period of time, this actually makes you insulin intolerant, right? So check for these. And sucralose again. Sucralose, research has come which shows that it can do DNA damage and cause oxidative stress, right? So I'm just sharing certain screenshots, and I'll also be sharing, so these are certain screenshots from a particular research, right? I'll be sharing link for this particular research, right? So it do says that, sucralose can cause DNA alteration, can cause oxidative damage and stress, right? So essentially, you really need to ask these questions before buying. Probiotics do not fall for OTC probiotics, do not fall for certain strains, do not fall for the standard quantity. Do check on the artificial sweeteners, on the digestive enzymes, whether what specific probiotic has been taken, on what basis these have been included, how these will impact your functional activity of the microbiome, right? So you have to focus on the functional activity of the microbiome, not the diversity of the microbiome, right? So these are the questions you should inquire before you know buy any of such OTC probiotics, right? That's it for today. Have a great day ahead. Thank you very much.